Hare Krishna, welcome to Morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Rupavilas Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripa Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada quote. Bhaktin Sadhu Sevini Mataji will be reciting the slokas. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय। His Holiness भक्ति वैष्णव भक्ति 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 आश्रय वैष्णव स्वामी गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। His Holiness गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। His Grace शिक्षा गुरु रूपलाल सुबह की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। Namamrita, the nectar of the holy name. By constantly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one remains in a liberated position even within this material world. The demigods to Lord Krishna in the womb of Devaki. Even while engaged in various activities, devotees whose minds are completely absorbed at your lotus feet and who constantly hear, chant, contemplate, and cause others to remember your transcendental names and forms are always on the transcendental platform, and thus they can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How Bhakti Yoga can be practiced is explained in this verse. Srila Rupa Goswami has said that anyone who has dedicated his life to the service of the Lord, ya yasya harer dasya, by his activities, by his mind and his words, karmana manasa gira, may stay in any condition of life, niklasva api avasthasu, and yet is no longer actually conditioned but is liberated, jivana muktasya uchyate. Even though such a devotee is in a material body, he has nothing to do with this body, for he is transcendently situated Narayana para sarve, na kutasthana bibhyati. Because a devotee is engaged in transcendental activities, he is not afraid of being materially embodied. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.17.28. Illustrating this liberated position, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prayed, Mama Janmani Janmasware Bhavatad Bhaktir Ahetuki Tvai. All I want is your causeless devotional service in my life, birth after birth. Shikshastaka 4. Even if a devotee, by the supreme will of the Lord, takes birth in this material world, he continues his devotional service. When King Bharata made a mistake and in his next life he became a deer, his devotional service did not stop. Although some slight chastisement was given to him because of his negligence. Narada Muni says that even if one falls from the platform of devotional service, he is not lost, whereas non-devotees are lost entirely because they are not engaged in service. Bhagavad Gita 9.14 therefore recommends that one always engage at least in chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Satatam kirtiyanto mam yatantastacha dridavataha namastantancha mama bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, the great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.2.37. Prabhupada quote, 6th June. The great liberated souls and incarnations who appear from time to time in this material world are not actually coming back because they are never subjected to material contamination or the loss of material nature. For the purpose of delivering the fallen living entities, they come here temporarily and then go back when their business is finished. And this is all under the direct order of the Lord. So the appearance of the Lord or the great liberated souls in the material world is different from the appearance of the contaminated living entity who is forced to take birth in the material world due to his desire to lord it over the world. Letter to Vrindavaneshwari, June 6, 1969. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Bhagavad Gita 9.31. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वत् शान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानाहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति. Translation: He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.9.41. Suniti suruchischasya mahishyo rukma bhushite aruya shibikam shardam uttame abhijagmatu. Translation: Both the queens of King Uttanapad, namely Suniti and Suruchi, along with his other son Uttama, appeared in the procession. The queens were seated on a palanquin. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela 4.89. Gopala Prakata Haila Deshe Shabda Haila Asha Pasha Gramera Loka Dikhite Aila. Translation: When it was advertised throughout the country that Lord Gopala had appeared atop Govardhan Hill, all the people from neighboring villages came to see the deity. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. श्री श्री राधारास बिहारी भगवान की जय, ललिता सखी विशाखा माता की जय, गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय, मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग प्रोग्राम की जय, संवेत भक्त वृंद की जय. This is a very nice shloka where which we called as Devata Garbhastuti. And the word that is used by the Devatas while praying to the Lord in the Garbha of Devaki Mata, that while engaged in any activities, devotees whose mind are completely absorbed at the lotus feet and who are constantly hearing, chanting, contemplating, and cause others to remember your transcendental names and form are always on the transcendental platform. And thus, they only can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As we know that the main aim is somehow to come to a normal position, and our normal position is to constantly love the Lord and serve the Lord. All other situations other than this situation is a contrary situation for the soul. And somehow we have to uplift ourselves. We have to become very strong in our determination. And that is only possible when we continuously chant the holy name nicely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. One another thing in the Nama Amrita is mentioned that like Bharata example is given, that the bhakti is not lost from the life of Jada Bharata, we understood. It is carried forward. We know from the example of Vritrasura that how he was cursed, but the bhakti was not lost. And when a non-devotee falls down, and a devotee falls down,
The difference is very different. It's not the same. So, whatever we have done in the spiritual life is never lost. It will be always with you. And this is a real permanent asset. Because of our conditioning, we may leave the bhakti, but never ever you are at loss. Because whatever name, whatever seva you have done is your permanent asset. And in next life, as Lord says, you will be uplifted from the present position to our next level. So that is the power of chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Hmm? As far as Prabhupada quote is concerned, one should understand that Lord also wants the Jivatma to come back to the spiritual world. And therefore, he sends devotees, he sends acharyas, he himself comes to reclaim the Jivatma. And that's why the people who are acharyas and the devotees who are in the mission of the Lord, they are not ordinary Jivatmas who are taking birth because of their past karmas. No, they have taken birth because they are directed by the Lord personally. And we have seen in our movement so many acharyas, so many devotees have come for some mission to spread this mission. As far as Bhagavad Gita shlok is concerned, uh, we have to understand. Please take the Bhagavad Gita shloka. Shipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shanti nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. My devotees never fail. And that's why we see Pandavas were able to cross all the problems even in the battlefield. Hmm? Because they were pure devotees of Lord. Wherever surrender is there, according to that surrender, Lord also surrenders to the devotee and he protects and he provides according to his surrender. And here very important question, this line is there. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Uh, that, hey Kaunteya, you boldly proclaim huh, that my devotees never perish. Why Lord is saying this statement? Because sometime, Lord makes a statement and he can reverse. But if a devotee prays and make a request, he will see that that request by the pure devotee is fulfilled. So that's why he says, please, you proclaim. I may have taken a vow that I will not take, the weapons, but to fulfill the wish of uh, Bhishma Dev, Lord took up the weapon and broke his own promise. And that's why Lord says over here, hey Kantheya, hey Arjuna, you proclaim that my devotees never perish. As far as Srimad Bhagavatam is concerned, the same Suruchi is coming with Uttanpad to welcome uh, Dhruv Maharaj. How the time has changed. Why the time has changed? Because of his constant devotion and bhakti towards the Lord. When a person is constantly devoted and serious in his bhakti, he has the power to change his karmas. He has the power to burn his karmas. He has power to change his destiny. That is what we see in the Dhruv Maharaj life. As far as Chaitanya Charitamrita is concerned, when it was advertised throughout the country that Gopala has appeared at the top, all the people from India came to see the deities. And then they started bringing all the items. And they also wanted to do Abhishek. So similarly, 365 days, the Abhishek was going on. Every day the Abhishek was going on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna.